All right, and welcome back to this advanced sourcing blueprint. My name is Mark Hom. I'm the founder of markhom.com. And so in this module, let's talk about shipping and logistics. So now let's talk about what are your shipping options. Now I have been doing this for a long time, obviously, and I actually, in fact, my first job while I was in college, I was working for a shipping company, and I have dealt with ocean shipments and air shipments and all sorts of different kind of shipment. So I won't be able to cover everything in this short amount of time, but I want to give you some simple options and simple guidelines. So when you are looking for for shipping company, or when you are shipping products from China, you have a better understanding and will help you choose and pick the each of the option much quicker. Okay, so that's the goal of this training. So what different options do you have? Now, one of the most common used by e-commerce sellers and Amazon FBA is to use express courier service. So what consider express and courier service? Okay, so for example, DHL, UPS, FedEx, right? Those are usually express and courier services, and they are not the most affordable way to go about, but it is the quickest and most travel-free. Okay, and your next option is through air cargo. Air cargo is when you are shipping mostly with commercial airlines, okay, passenger airlines, and it's usually done through a freight forwarder. Okay, then there's ocean freight. Okay, ocean freight with shipping with steamship line, and it takes longer to get there, but it's also the most affordable option. Okay, and they are usually, whether it's air cargo, ocean cargo, you have, what's called less than container load option, LCL, or you can send them full container load option. Okay, so now let's talk about Courier Express service. Okay, like I said, that's usually for shipping smaller amount of shipment. So for instance, shipping samples, right? Or if your order amount is less than $2,500, okay, and you don't need to file all the complicated custom form and go through all that process, then express courier service could be a choice as long as it is profitable. Okay, so using this type of option, sometimes if you don't have enough profit margin with your product, it will eat up all your profits. Okay, and so yeah, and it's also, for some Amazon sellers, they want to use this sometimes the shipment got delayed and they want to ship it quickly. Okay, so this is a great option. Okay, it's usually door-to-door service, which means they will pick it up, okay, from your factory or whatever the product's at, and deliver it directly to your door, your warehouse, or to Amazon FBA, right? If that's your model, okay, no hustle, right? It's barely, you don't really need to hire. You don't need to hire your own custom broker, because the express courier, they will do the custom clearance for you, okay, and but you do have to pay upfront, right? And when you are shipping via supplier, or you can have your own account, which I do recommend you do. All right, then you pay the courier direct by yourself. Okay, it is most expensive, like I said, but sometimes you do need to use that service. Okay, the next option is using air freight. Okay, and it's shipped via a freight forwarder, and passenger airlines, okay, and it is airport to airport, right? So you will need to clear customs, okay, and at both ends, right? You need to have custom entry, okay, and whatever your product is at the origin, so for example, it's in China, right? Then you will need to have tracking service to go pick them up, right? Usually freight forwarder will do this for you. They will pick them up from the factory, deliver them to the airport, right? And then they will submit all the documentation, right? And once it arrives to your destination, right, it will be at the airport, okay? And usually gets broken down to a bonded warehouse and then delivered, okay, to wherever you want the product to be delivered, right? So if your order is larger than $2,500 and you need to declare your own customs and things like that, this is a much cheaper option, okay, and you will get there pretty fast as well. Okay, and you usually pay your freight forwarder after custom clearance before the product gets delivered. So you have that extra few days, to manage your cash flow, right? You will ease up on your necessity of paying everything up front. So it's also a great option if it suits your business. All right, and last one is going through ocean freight. Now, it's also shipped via a freight forwarder, okay, or you can ship directly via steamship line, okay, as long as your order is picking up. Now, steamship line will not work with you if you are not shipping in container loads, and container loads usually require some type of contract signed with the steamship line, right? And if you don't have a lot of volume, steamship line might not be as competitive as a freight forwarder, because freight forwarder, they will have a special contract, okay, with different steamship lines, and that they will be able to pass on some of the saving to you, okay? And it is also port-to-port service, right? Seaport to seaport service, okay? Shipped via LCL or full container service, whichever one you choose. If it's LCL, which means your freight forwarder will pick up your products, or you will send your products to a designated location of your freight forwarder, and then they will consolidate together with other people's product inside of the container, okay, and sell them to you at a loose container rate, okay. It is slowest, but it's the also the most affordable, okay. So if there is time, you plan ahead of time, right? Ocean freight, or if you have bulky product, then ocean freight is the right way to go, okay. And so usually that's for shipment above 1 cbm, which is 1 cubic meter in dimension. And anything below that, you will still be charged at the cubic meter rate, okay. And you will still have to go, spend the same type of money for custom clearance, for paperwork, for entry form, right, handling charge, and things like that. Okay, so just be aware of that. And so with ocean freight, you want to send as much product as possible. Okay, and the upside is you usually only pay them after custom clearance again, right? So you'll have that extra window, okay, of generating more sales, and then pay for the shipment once it's clear, right? Okay, so let's do a little workshop. Okay, now go do some research, right? Find a courier service that you would like to use, okay, and establish your own import account. All right, so this is important, right, for you to ship your sample, and for you to, sometimes for some emergency shipping, right? You want to establish your account as soon as possible. It takes a little bit of time, okay? So you want to get that established, whether it's DHL, UPS, or FedEx. It doesn't matter, okay? Then you also want to evaluate 2 to 3 freight forwarders, okay, and or custom brokers in your local area. Now, local area meaning to say, okay, if you live in, let's say, Montana, you are probably going to have a hard time finding a freight forwarder in Montana, right? But find one with the at the nearest seaport or airport. Okay, usually that's where you will find their offices. Okay, and get some quotation from them, right, for your product. Okay, and get a feel if they are someone that you like to work with. Okay, sometimes some freight forwarder will give you better rate, but they give you terrible service. Okay, so those you tend to want to stay away. In the overall scheme of things, the freight is not going to cost that much, as part of your business. So you want to pick with somebody who you can work with. All right, that's it for this video, and I will see you on the next video.